bomb though.
Okay, hey everybody. So I'm going to go over how I create my 2-drop Pompano rigs, and also how I do a Flounder rig. I actually had one person ask me to share how I do them. So I'm going to so I have 30-pound test line here. This is a mono, and other things you will need for the line for the I'll do the high-low Pompano rig first. Is I use a floater bead, one of these guys. Use a pink or white, whatever, and also have like orange and yellow. Beads, some red beads here. Also have a big bead kit also. For the sake of this video, I'm going to use 3-odd hooks, just some eco claw hooks. I can put links in if you like, or just give you more information. And I'm going to use a barrel swivel, and also this little snap, strong swivel wind and snaps, I call them, or they're just round snaps that you put your weights on. So I'll also use these for these are brand new. It's got them at Cabela's for holding your pyramid weight or your flounder bucktail rig when you do that. But for the first video, I'm just going to use it for the high-low Pompano rig, we'll call it. Alright, so, which is one of these guys here, where you snap your pyramid weight on, or whatever kind of weight you're using. So what I do is I cut off about, I don't know, 4 feet or so of this line, and I take the tag end, the end here, and I just make a little loop here. So this loop, then I come around my finger 2 times, and then I feed it through the loop. Now you can also, if you want a longer tag end, you could also do it further down. So right about here, I would say probably better. Make it a little bit bigger. Now there's 2 ways you could do this. I do it this way, or there's another way you could do it, which I typically normally do, and I do the same thing, and then I take the tag end and I come around and I twist it 7 times, and then I take a middle loop and I'll pull through. But for this video, for the sake of this video, I'm going to do the regular dub up overhand. So come around, just like this, and then pull my loop through. Voila. There you go. So that will be for your first hook, and it doesn't move. It's nice and tight. I'll do the same thing. I'll repeat up here. Make a loop. That's my dog barking. Excuse me. You have your loop. Come around. Feed it through. Feed your loop through the loop. It was a little longer than I wanted to be, but for the sake of the video, it's fine. So I have my 2 drop loops. This top one will be, so I'll make this my top one, be a little longer. So there's my 2 loops. Then I take the loop, I'll take the top one first, and I will pinch it a little bit. Not too much, you don't want to fray the line. So you pinch it a little bit, just like this. Hope you can see. I'll pinch it, and then I'll take my float, or I'm sorry, I'll take a bead first. And for this video, I'll use a little red bead. You know what? Actually, I'll use these bigger beads I just bought. They're a little bigger, be easier to see. Sorry about that. I should have opened this up beforehand. I don't want to spill them everywhere. So I'll take a bead, this here, and I'll feed the bead through the line through the hole of the bead. So there's one. And then I'll take the float. And you don't need to use 2 beads, but I typically use 2 beads. Just makes it look a little better. And I'll feed the line through the float. Just like that. Sometimes you got to poke it through hard because it's not, the hole's not perforated through. So then I'll take another bead on the bottom and I'll feed this through. So it will look like this. Now you can do another loop here if you want to tie this bead and float so it doesn't bounce around, but I like it to move around a little bit. I like when it moves around a little bit. It's more realistic. So then I'll take these 3-aught hooks here. If you can see, I'll take the first hook, and you'll see a lot of videos people explaining how to do this, and it's pretty simple. Take my hook, feed it through the eye of the hook, do my line, just like that, and then I usually like to wrap around once and come back, and then through the barb of the hook, or the bottom of the hook, and then just pull up, and it's on. And then you could also interchange these if you really want to. Like in the future, you want to put the different size hook, or your hook breaks, you just push it right back through. See that? You can pull it through. But for here, you just pull it in, and you're done with this. So you have one drop loop set up already. I'll do the other one. It's a little smaller, but it still will work. I'll make this my bottom drop. So I'll take a bead, feed it through. I'll take a float. Now I like the floats because it definitely lets your lines hang up a little bit more. It's almost like a little bobber to a certain extent. Especially if you're in the ocean, rough water. You want to be able to, keep your lines from tangling, your drops. So there's the bead. I'm sorry, the float, and then one more bead. Go right through, just like that. Hopefully you can see this. And then I'll take another hook, and I'll come right through the eye, come around, wrap, and then come through the bottom of the hook, pull up. And you're on. Like I said, you can interchange these at any time. So you'll pull. Now sometimes I'll even wrap around the hook twice and then come through the bottom, pull up. So now I have my drops. This will be my bottom, this will be my top. And we'll kind of hang like that. So now I'll tie the bottom onto this little snap here. It's like a zoo right here for these animals. Okay, so I'll take this. And I just normally do like a little clinch knot. Do the loop, come around, wrap around. It's about 6 to 7 wraps I like to do. And then I come through the bottom loop. Voila. That's done. I usually wet it too. I pull it. So now I have my bottom, so I can put my weight on. I'll put the weight on here so you can see. It's a little 1 ounce. Boom. And the top, I'll just put like a regular barrel swivel on. I'll do the same knot. Seven twists, 6, 7 twists. Through. And that is it for this. And there's your rig. A 2-drop rig. You just snap it onto your main braid line. You cut off the tag ends, obviously. And okay, you scissor a little. And there you go. Voila, that's it. And I make a bunch of them, different sizes, different color floats, etc. So I'll do that. And I essentially do the same thing for a flounder rig. Flounder rig is the same 30-pound line, mono. But this I'll do a little bit different. There's different ways you could do it. I'm going to use a little bucktail, 2-ounce bucktail. This one's green. So there's different ways you could do this, but the one way I like to do is make a bottom loop, come around, wrap around your finger, pull it through, and there's your first knot. And then I'll do another one up here, but I'm going to do a bigger one. This would be my trail. That line's getting all twisted up here. Come right through. So your bottom can now hook right up to your bucktail. And there's many ways you could do it. This one doesn't have the thing cut out yet. But in theory, it's the same concept as a hook. So I take my bottom loop here. And you could also, honestly, you could also tie to a little quick connect and then put that quick connect through your bucktail, or just a regular swivel quick connect. But for this sake, I'm gonna, if you don't have one handy and you gotta make a line on the fly, let's put this right through. Come right around. You could double it up, triple it up, whatever, just to hold it. And then the top one here, I will tie on a hook. Just a regular, smaller hook, typically. For sake of this video, I'm just using a little small J hook. That's probably like a 6. And I'll feed this through like I do to my high-lows. Same concept. This hole's a little small, so bear with me here. I don't want to pinch the line too much. So I feed it through. through. So now, in the top, I'll tie onto a barrel swivel. Tie it up, 6/7 twist. Pull through your loop. You use whatever kind of knot you want for this. So now I have my setup. So now what I would do is put a piece of gulp on this hook here. I'm not sure if I have any handy. I'll put one of these white gulps on the top hook, and there's your flounder rig. Nice and simple. There you go. You put a piece of shrimp on the bottom here, or squid even, on the bucktail if you like. That's your weight. Also, this flounder like that, they're ambushed, and you have your hook here, and you put a live minnow or instead a piece of white or chartreuse or whatever color gulp you like to use. And that's about it. You should have no problems with these hookups. I mean, they work. I use them, and hope you guys have good luck fishing this summer. And hit like, subscribe if you like, and or comment if I'm doing something wrong, or if you have any recommendations. I'm still learning every day the things I use, but this equipment usually works for me. All right, have a good day, guys.